Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King. And today I'm going to be giving you part 3 of What If Naruto Was a Badass with godlike abilities. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual. Share this to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also guys, go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto Was a one-of-a-kind prodigy over an Anime King 2, and enjoy that guys. And also, go ahead and enjoy the brand new episode of What If Naruto Was a Perfect Experiment over on Anime King 3, and enjoy that. And if you're new and you heard that, yes, you're not mistaken. I indeed have 3 channels, Anime King 2, and King 3, which I post what if on every single day for you guys to enjoy. So go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support, and yeah, without further ado, what is to begin this new episode, start the intro. So, the last spot we left off, as Naruto visited Uncle in the hospital, as he had knocked her out, but she would be fine, as he told her he would make up to her by bringing her out on a date, at one of the best places in the red light district, as she agreed to that. As Naruto went out to get some extra training, as he saw my guy in Rock Lee, and he ended up training with them for the day, as Naruto was exhausted once it was over, but his body was growing at a rapid rate, as he was getting stronger, faster, everything with him was enhancing rather quickly, as Uncle was called to the meeting, as she was a bit embarrassed that the kid had knocked her out, as everyone was surprised by that, as Hiruzen never expected Naruto to adapt so quickly, as ever since he awakened his bloodline, his body has been getting stronger, everything about him has just been enhancing over and over. So, with that, Naruto continues training. As months passed with them doing D-rank missions, as Naruto wanted the time to train, and he trained like crazy, using clones towards his advantage. He could create 1,000 clones. As Naruto used them over and over, as the information came back to him, all the memories, not to mention his bloodline, he was advancing rather quickly as Hiruzen gave him a scroll. The second stage of mastering water manipulation that Tobirama Senju was famous for, is master over water. As Naruto was getting stronger, Hiruzen was amazed, as Anko couldn't believe it. She wasn't so sure if she could beat him anymore. As things were going amazing, they also went on their date. It was a wonderful date, and Anko didn't know when she started to fall for the blonde. Yes, she was falling for him. Not to mention Kurona as well, as she even turned on that date with Asuma. As this little brat has been getting to her too much. As Anko noticed it as well, she wouldn't mind sharing their friend. Even Hana started to take a liking to the boy. After the months passed, it was finally time for them to take a C-rank mission, as Naruto finished his training. The both of them made their way as they were going to back up Team 7, who had been, hurt from the encounter of Zabuza. But they were stopped by Aoi, a traitor to the leaf, as he insulted Anko as Naruto completely severed the man in half. As he took the rising blade from the man as they continued their way, as Naruto told Anko that she was his, and he wouldn't let anyone insult her like that, as it made her feel rather aroused the way he said it. The group made their way as Anko heard the fox talk. As Naruto explained to her who the fox was, Anko was freaking out, but she trusted Naruto, and if he trusts the fox, she figured she should at least give it a chance. So with that, they made their way towards a wave as they met up with Sasuke and the others. It turns out that the member of their team had died. Yes, the third member had got his head cleaned off by Zabuza. When he first swung that sword of his, he was unable to dodge, as Sakura felt useless because Sasuke told her, in the way she's going right now, she was gonna die soon as well because she was weak. As she figured that she could ask Naruto for training as well, because he was so stronger. As Naruto was getting so strong, she figured that perhaps he could help her in some way, as she told him that she wanted talking about something. But Naruto went to the market with Tsunami, as he escorted her there. As he was pickpocketed by a little girl as he went after her, he saw her handing out money to the others, as she went into a small cardboard box. As Naruto looked at her, she was a nice small child. Her name was Rukia. She seemed to be 7 or 8 years old. As Naruto got her a new dress, and not to mention something to eat, as he brought her back to the house. He didn't want to leave her here, as she reminded him so much of herself, and he wanted to adopt her. Rukia overheard this as she rushed out towards him. Does this mean she was going to be his daughter, and he was going to be her father? She was excited to hear that as she hugged him. As Anko thought that Naruto would be a good dad, but she never thought that he would be a dad so soon. So yeah guys, so basically as we left off, you guys can switch across the place, check for yourself. So what do you say begin this new episode? Let's get straight into it guys. It was currently early in the morning of the house of Tezuna, as the occupants of the house were trying to wake up as someone was trying to get in some extra hours of sleep, as Kakashi was already up reading his book, so he wouldn't be interrupted by anyone around. Sakura is still sleeping as she was mumbling about some nonsense. Sasuke was up training his ass off. He was doing early morning workouts. Tsunami was making breakfast for everyone. As Tezuna was passed out cold from drinking too much, Anko was sprawled out on her futon on one leg, hanging out, with a plushie of Naruto near to her. As one Rukia was holding on Naruto's arm as she was sleeping, as she slowly woke up. As Rukia was confused until she remembered what happened. So, it wasn't a dream. I really do have a dad, she thought, as she tried to shake Naruto awake but he doesn't wake up. As an evil grin came on her face. So you don't want to wake up, huh, Papa? Well, I know what to wake you up. As she jumped, before crash landing right in his stomach, as Naruto's eyes snapped open, as he heard Katsume laughing in his head. Rukia, what was that for? Said Naruto, as she stood there with a smile on her face. Good morning, Dad, she said. I just need you to wake up so you can teach me how to write, like you said you would. As Naruto smiled, he pulled her into a hug. Good morning to you as well, he said, as he gave her a kiss on top of the head. Well, you two seem to be having fun. As Naruto and Rukia turned as Anko was there leaning against the door. When you two are done, I'd like to let you know that everyone else is up and Kakashi wants to talk about training. As Naruto got up, as he gave Anko a quick peck on the lip. Even Sakura wanted to talk about training as well, as she was dead serious about getting stronger after what Sasuke had said. As Rukia was excited to learn how to write. Okay, Papa, she said, I'm ready. So what do we do first? This is a scroll I use write seals into. I wanted to use it to practice write your name. Let me show you, said Naruto, as he wrote her name on the scroll. Now you go. As she took the brush, she stuck her tongue onto the side of her mouth, as she was concentrating hard. It only took her 45 minutes to learn how to use all the letters in the alphabet. She was a fast learner. Okay team, I have some training I want you to do. Anko, does Naruto already know the basic exercise? Asked Kakashi. As Anko turned towards him, Kakashi, he can fly. I think that is all enough you need to hear. But he's gonna be doing some training to work on his water manipulation. Alright Naruto, you mentioned that you could not make waves in a still lake. Now here's your chance. Can I do that? Asked Rukia. As Naruto smiled. Well, I figure it's time that I unlock your chakra, said Naruto, and teach you how to use it. Really? She said. As Naruto nodded, she leaped as she crashed on him with a hug, as she was so excited. Why are you guys even trying? You're all just gonna die anyway. There's no hope. As Inari ran off in tears. They were just wasting their time. They were all gonna die. Time skip. What? Said Naruto. Yes, your mother. She was my previous container and my friend. But while she was giving birth to you, she was kidnapped by a masked guy. I already told you about him. Did she love me? Said Naruto. Love is an understatement. She was overjoyed about being a mother. She was so happy, so excited. She would always rant about the things that she's gonna teach you and how much she would love you, but I usually ignore her, given the fact that she would go on and on and on, said Katsume. As Naruto had tears in his eyes. As that was one of the things that he always dreaded. He always wanted to know if his parents loved him. What was her name? Said Naruto. Her name was Kushina Uzumaki. As far as I know, she was the last member of the Uzumaki clan. So that makes you the heir to the Uzumaki clan. Huh. I always knew I had to be from some clan, said Naruto. The things I can do just made it impossible for me to be a normal child. Not to mention, I can hold the strongest Biju in the world. The both of them were caught as they snapped their head when they felt the surge, as Naruto almost forgot as he turned towards his daughter, as Rukia released a high voltage of chakra. Dad, I did it! My chakra is unlocked. I can feel it circulating all over my body. I can do anything, she said, as she started to throw punches and kicks in the air, overexcitedly. As Naruto narrowed his eyes, Katsumi-chan, is it me or does her chakra feel kind of cold to you? As Naruto could feel his skin tingling, the air became so cold. It's not only you, Naruto-kun. I believe that she might be a Yuki, and has the power of ice. Okay, Rukia-chan, come here, said Naruto, as she rushed over. That's good. Now I'm gonna teach you how to climb trees, okay? Climb trees? I already know what to do that. Like this, said Naruto as he walked to the tree. Whoa, she said. Time skip. Later that day, a shit-eating grin was on Naruto's face as he was sailing on a 20-feet wave. I did it, he screamed to the heavens. Ha, and they call me a madman. This is so fun. I should take the gang to do this surfing thing I just came up with. As he surfed on top of the wave before it crashed down in the water, as it splashed all over him. Okay, I just need to finish the final step of water manipulation, which is making the flow of the waterfall reverse. As it sounded real difficult, but it's not like he was gonna stop. It was getting real late as he looked towards the setting sun. His stomach grumbled. I wonder what Tsunami-chan is making for dinner. As he flew off. Unknown to him, a girl with black hair was watching the entire time, as she was shocked at what she just saw. I have to tell Zabuza-sama what I just saw, as the girl ran off quickly, fearing that if this guy was their backup, they might not win. Time skip. Tezuna's house. Damn girl, can you get off the ceiling already? You're leaving footprints all over my ceiling. A drunken, Tezuna said. Why don't you make me, you old drunk? As Rukia was currently crouched on the ceiling looking down at him, as she looked towards her hand before sticking her middle finger out, something else she learned from Anko. As Anko burst out laughing, even Tsunami was chuckling a bit, as Tezuna walked away mumbling about bad children. Hello everyone, the handsome and badass ninja has returned back from his training, as his t-shirt was still soaked. His black t-shirt, he was in his jogging pants and his sandals. As the wet shirt was hugging his muscles, even Tsunami couldn't help but stare a bit, as Rukia landed right on top of Naruto's shoulder. Great, Dad's back, she said. Hey, I see you got the tree walking exercise down. That's great, said Naruto as he looked up. I also learned something else. Oh, what's that? As she showed him the middle finger. Who taught you that, said Naruto. Oh, Uncle-chan, Uncle Curse. As Naruto turned towards her. Uncle, why are you teaching my daughter such bad habits? Well, she asked me to learn some hand signs and I thought I should teach her that for perverts. Uncle said trying to defend herself. Not good enough. Tonight, I'll punish you, said Naruto. Now, there's no need for that, said Uncle. Oh, you'll get punished, said Naruto. But, now I'm hungry, I'm sure. Tsunami-san has made us some of her wonderful cooking once again. Oh, Naruto-kun, you're too kind, said Tsunami. As everyone sat down and started to eat, until Inari banged his hand on the table. What's wrong with you people? Just sitting here laughing and talking about this train like it would ever amount to anything. There's no point, you're all just gonna die, so just give up already. Come on kid, I'll take you surfing as well, said Naruto, if that is why you're so mad, as he laughed. Shut up! You're sitting here playing and laughing. You don't know anything about this country or what it is like to suffer. You live in your comfortable village, without a care in the world. You don't know how hard we have it. As Naruto's laughter quickly vanished, as he stared at the boy. Inari was becoming a bit unnerved by the stare, as Tsunami looked towards the door as she heard the winds outside. Everyone heard them. As the sky started to get darker and darker, not just because it was night. Don't know how hard you have it? Don't know how much you suffer? You don't know anything, kid. You don't know how good you have it, said Naruto. Here you have a mother that loves you, takes care of you, clean, cooks for you. A grandfather who's trying his best to make sure that you can get from that tyrant, Gato. And here you are complaining about how hard you have it. When you live in a wonderful home like this, a cooked meal every night, and you complain about not Knowing how hard you have it, said Naruto. As the more he was talking, as Uncle saw his hair, as it turned pale white for a moment, she wondered if her eyes were deceiving her, because it was no blonde. When I was your age, you know what I was doing? I was running and fighting for my life on the street. I didn't know when I would get the next meal. I starved. I cried for hunger days upon days. But did I complain? No. I suffered through it, and I got back on my feet. I was hunted like a dog, treated like an animal for something I didn't even know about, until a traitor told me a couple months ago, "Tell me, boy, when was the last time you went into that town and get out of your pampered little life?" As Naruto started to clench his fist so tight, blood started to leak from his palm. Kids out there are suffering, starving, on the street while you're here eating every single night. As Naruto picked up Rukia, she had tears in her eyes as he put her into Uncle's lap. "I'll be back later," said Naruto. "I have to clear my head." As he quickly made his way outside, lightning and thunder raged outside as Naruto was boiling over. As Sakura was speechless. Kakashi-sensei, did that really happen to him? Kakashi sighed. No, it was much worse. He was often in the hospital when the villagers would gang up on him, and he had to fight back, but he was not strong enough. As Rukia wondered who would do that to her dad, she clenched her fists. Doesn't matter. She wouldn't let them touch him anymore. And this little boy, you, as she pointed at Inari, "You are a coward," she said. "You know when Naruto found me, I was in a box. He found me because I stole all his money and gave it away to the hungry children. I was also hungry, but they were worse, because they were dying of hunger. I was living in a box, barely had enough food, but that did not stop me. I always fight, and I never give up, because I'm not a coward. Rukia Uzumaki is no coward," she said. She ran upstairs. As Inari looked down, Sakura had tears in her eyes. Why didn't anyone help him? As she cursed at herself, I was so mean to him back then. That loser was just joking. He was always running around that stupid, idiotic grin on his face, pulling pranks. He's nothing but a... Sasuke could get to finish that sentence with a slap. Whipped him across the face. "Watch your mouth," said Uncle, as she gave him a dead glare. She quickly made her way upstairs to make sure that Rukia was okay, as Sasuke clenched his fist as he held on to his red bulging face. "I think it's best if we all go to sleep. We have some more training to do tomorrow," said Kakashi. The next day, as Naruto was currently lying down, he had to get away. He didn't mean to shout at Inari like that. Truth be told, he didn't blame the kid that much. He was just a child. He didn't know much. Naruto has been through a lot, so he knew a lot more. But he just couldn't stay in there. His anger and get the better of him. He was still holding back a lot of rage from his past, more than he thought of. The forest that he was in right now wasn't a forest anymore. As the trees were all leveled, the ground was upturned, the place was completely destroyed. He was really angry, as lightning marks were all over the place where the place was zapped repeatedly. This was a scene that Haku Yuki came to find. "That's the boy I saw yesterday. What is he doing all the way out here? This is my chance to get rid of him, because there was a time I did not believe me." His eyes were closed as she was reaching down towards him. She yeeped when he grabbed and pulled her down towards his body as he pressed her against him. "Huh, you're like some small, plushy toy." Excuse me, mister, but can you let me go?" she said. "Why would I let such a beautiful girl go?" said Naruto. "But I'm a boy," she said, trying to lie to worm her way out. "Yeah, that might work on some bandits, but it's not gonna work on me." "I know you're a girl," said Naruto. "So tell me, are you here to spy on me once again?" Naruto asked. Ice Senbons immediately formed in her hand as she stabbed him on his chest as she leaped away. "Ow! That hurts," said Naruto. "I mean, at least give your name before stabbing someone," as he simply pulled the Senbons out of his chest, unbothered. My name is Haku." She was shocked how he just pulled those out, and he looked completely unbothered by them. "Well, Haku-chan, my name is Naruto Uzumaki, but you can call me Naruto-kun if you like. On a serious note, you're a Yuki member who can use Ice Release." She was surprised that he knew that. Not many people know about that. What do you know? I'm merely curious, Naruto said. Yes, I am, and I'm the last of my clan. The last, said Naruto. She then went on to tell him how her clan was killed by the civil war in Kiri. Her own father was the one that took down her mother, but she got away. As Naruto felt a kind of kinship with her, as he told her that they were similar. Well, he didn't grow up with any of his parents. Haku was surprised and released in her guard. The more she talked to him, he was nice, and he also told her about his life. But then he dropped the bomb on her, as Haku couldn't believe what she was hearing. There's another one? Your daughter? Haku said, as she was shocked. You really mean that? Are you sure? She said. When she unlocked her chakra, it feels so much similar to yours. The both of your chakra has this cold feeling to it. Not just that era got really cold, said Naruto. Tears came in Haku's eyes as she remembered. The same thing happened to her, and it brought back memories of when she lost her mother. I don't believe this. I always thought I was the only one left. She's a part of my clan. After this mission is over, can I meet her? Sure, said Naruto. As long as I get to fight Zabuza. But he's really strong, said Haku. As Naruto smirked at that. Time skip, I swear when you get here, I'm going to feed into my snakes, Uncle said, as she paced around, as Rukia was beside her pacing as well. When Papa get back, I'm going to introduce him to my fists, said Rukia. Hey guys, what's up? Why are you guys pacing around, said Naruto. He had to dodge punches and snakes. Hey, he said, jumping away. What's going on here? Where were you? Asked Uncle. You left last night and you didn't come back at all. I was going crazy here. I'm fine. You can't just leave like that, Dad, said Rukia. And I didn't know if you were coming back. Tears in her eyes as Naruto moved over, as he placed a hand on her head. I'm fine, he said. And trust me, I would never leave you, said Naruto. As that brought a small smile to her face. I also got you guys gifts. Really? What did you get us? Asked Uncle. As Naruto pulled out a bunny, onesie for Rukia, and a black cloak with purple flames at the bottom for Uncle. Both girls enjoyed their gift, as they thanked him with a kiss on his cheek. But they were interrupted. Naruto, can I talk to you? Sakura asked. As Sakura brought him to her room, he couldn't help but tease her. If all you wanted was to get me to your room, you just had to ask, said Naruto. Her face became red. No, she said. I just want to get some things off my chest. Well, said Naruto, scratching the back of his head. There's not much to get off your chest, so we won't have a problem. As she clenched her fists. Just shut up and listen to me, she said. As he chuckled and motioned for her to go on ahead, and she sat down. I was a horrible person, she said. Hating you, and treating you the way I did. I want to apologize. I was a stupid, dumb kid. My eyes are open to the ninja world now, and how the world truly is. Since coming on this mission, since going in a team with Sasuke, things have changed. Everything has changed. I realized that he's no longer the person I thought he was. Sasuke is not the person I thought he was, she said. As Naruto realized that she did not use a suffix and called him Sasuke-kun, like what she always did. My teammate died because he was not strong enough. And if I'm not strong enough, I'll die as well. I became a ninja to be a better kunoichi overall, but I also wanted to do it to impress Sasuke. And I realized it was a fool's dream back then. But I'm afraid, she said. And the way things are going, I'm gonna die very soon, she said. His face was blank as he looked at her, as it unnerved Sakura a bit until he spoke. I forgive you, he said. She was surprised that he forgave her so quickly. I never hated you, said Naruto. There is no use holding on to the past. We were just kids back then. I understand what you mean. This world is different from what we expect when we were younger. Although you're just now realizing that Sasuke is a total jerk. I understand what you mean, said Naruto. Your teammate died. You must have gone through a lot. And right now, it feels like you have no one left on your team, seeing that you realize Sasuke is a complete jackass. So tell you what, I'll help you, said Naruto. I'll become like your big brother, and I'll help you. After all, you want to be The world best kunoichi one day, right? She gave a hesitant nod. Well then, I'll help you become that. When I'm done with you, said Naruto as he placed a hand on her head. Tsunade Senju will be nothing compared to you. As Sakura rushed over to him as she hugged him. Sasuke didn't treat her this way. How could she had not realized that sooner? As she hugged him, she felt so happy. She didn't want to be useless anymore. She didn't want to die. Until she felt something grope her butt. Wow, Sakura. No wonder your chest is flat. Everything is going down to your ass. Get your hand off me, you pervert, she said, as she bumped him over the head, as there was a smile on her face. Thank you, she said, as she left the room. Damn, she hit as hard as ever. Well, I'll remember those hits when I'm training her. It will help me to motivate her to get stronger than ever before. Yeah, good motivation, as he chuckled darkly, as his laughter echoed all through the house, scaring the people inside. Time skip, a week passed. The citizens were noticing something different, like the lack of Gato's men. There hasn't been a single Gato man moving around the street, and not to mention the market. Fish was in a high quantity there. Their goods were no longer being taken, as there was a note left behind in many places. Wave, make for a storm, and the storm is coming. The people wonder who was doing all of this. Some of them start to get back a bit of hope, praying that whoever is doing this could somehow help them regain their home. Not to mention the kids were all taken off the streets and brought into a house. There was furniture, goods, food, as Naruto had created a bunch of clones, and not to mention at full speed flying. It took him just 3 hours to get to the village and return back from Konoha. 3 hours, 6 in total, to go and come. And Naruto had the capability of making thousands of clones, and 500 of those clones, they all trained. And all of the knowledge, all of his working was returning back to him as he practiced with his bloodline. At the rate he was going, he should be burning out at any moment, but because he had a super powerful Nine-Tailed Fox inside of him that healed his body and keep him rejuvenated, he was fine. He also sent some of his clones to help Tazuna at the bridge. As he had lack of manpower, he didn't have so much men. So if the rate he was going at continue now, it will take at least months. But with Naruto clones, things are moving 3 times faster, as Naruto focused on his wind element. Out of the 3, it was the weakest one, but he was improving. As for Sakura, he meant what he said, and he put her through hell, but it was necessary for her to bulk up, for her to get better, because at the rate that she was currently at, she was right. If it comes to a dangerous opponent, she will die. Sasuke didn't even notice that she stopped, jumping around him and all that. As Sakura was starting out to be a good kunoichi, it seems. She was improving, little but she was improving. It was helping her mentally and physically. As Naruto had really dived into the art of seals, all of his clones constantly working on the art of seals, all of that knowledge, he consumed a week worth of knowledge in just 1 day after using 100 clones. As Naruto was able to add resistance seals to Sakura to increase her body weight and mass, as it was real difficult for her to even move, but she was getting used to them. As Naruto was so happy about his resistance seals, in the week he had tried them and failed. He almost ripped his body in half by setting up the seals incorrectly. His upper half was pushing to the sky while his lower half was going down to the ground, and he almost died. Luckily, he was able to improve, and now he got the resistance seals down, and he had them on his person as well. Anko had asked them to be applied to her as well. Kakashi, seeing what was going on, got them applied as well, as Naruto did not tell Sasuke anything. As he set them to level 3, it was hard to move. It felt like their lower half was in sand. He couldn't even fly. It took him 3 days to even get back in the air, although he was glad that he did not apply the gravity seals yet. He was waiting until he get back to the village to do that. As Rukia was working harder, her chakra control was crazily accurate. It was strangely just on point. She was a young child, yet she was able to control her chakra so quickly. Not to mention her stamina could even outlast Sakura, and that was kind of shocking, considering that she was not trained kunoichi. But neither was Sakura in the beginning still, but Rukia was quite younger. Sakura was a bit jealous, but it just pushed her to go on even more. Rukia also took interest in Naruto blade, so he got her a wooden blade, and she was impressive with it. It was like it came to her naturally. There was just something about her that he could not put his finger on. But his daughter was truly talented, as he also learned more about Rukia. She had an older sister that was killed by Gato a long time ago, because she didn't want to work for him, and he learned her favorite animal was rabbit, as Naruto was gonna get her a pet rabbit. At the moment, Tsunami walked in the room. As she looked at them confused. Ninjas are just so weird. Rukia had her feet in Naruto's face as they were all sprawled out. She tried to wake Rukia, but the girl kicked her as she was sleeping and moving in her sleep. She went over to Naruto, but that was a bad idea as she was grabbed, and he pulled her down. As Tsunami immediately blushed, as he held her tight, gripping his arm around her waist and one hand on her butt. She tried to wiggle out of his grasp, but she was wiggling herself on him. That made him hold her even tighter, and she didn't have the strength to break free. Naruto-kun, she said, could you please wake up? Your team has left. As she looked up at his face, right in front of hers. Naruto-kun, she said, Naruto-kun, as he slowly started to open his eyes. As Naruto looked down, as he looked down towards her, Tsunami, he said, what are you doing here? As he turned his head to see Rukia, as she had her legs up on the wall, as her back was on the ground, and she was fast asleep. Tsunami-chan, he said, if you wanted to get in the futon with me, I wouldn't mind if you had asked, said Naruto. No, I was, she didn't know how to explain. It would just sound weird. Your team wants you to meet them at the bridge, she said. You know, said Naruto as he still held on to her. You're really beautiful. His hand then reached up and smacked her on the ass. Not to mention, wow, as Tsunami was beaten red, as she didn't understand what the hell was going on. She couldn't get free, but at the moment, she didn't know if she wanted to, as her face was beat red. To think that she was caught in this position. As Naruto released her, Rukia-chan said, Naruto, wake up, I have to go. As Inari came in the room, Tsunami fixed herself, as she didn't know what she was even thinking. Mom? Naruto. Inari had warmed up Naruto after what had happened. As Naruto walked over to the boy, he kneeled in front of him and ruffled his hair. I have to go now to protect your grandfather. As Naruto pulled out a kunai. Here, use this to protect your precious people. Remember, they're the ones that keep you strong, because they're the ones that you're fighting for. Inari nodded, as Naruto had shown him how to use it. Well, he had shown him how to use a wooden kunai. Don't worry, you can count on me. As Naruto said goodbye to Rukia, as he created 10 clones, and left them in the bushes to watch over the house, just in case. Meanwhile on the bridge, damn it, I knew I should have woken Naruto up. Duckbutt over there is getting his ass beat. Zabuza called for a backup. It was Reika, one of the 7 ninja swordmen as well. As the guy was crazy as he kept on talking about funerals and all that. As Anko and Kakashi jumped back to back, the mist was all around them. What's wrong, Kakashi? Sharingan not helping you to see through the mist? A chuckling Zabuza said. Yes, your funeral will be amazing, Riga said. Riga, someone is coming. They're really strong. The sound came from back of Riga as he had on something on his back. Ranmaru. Who is it? And how strong are they? Riga, what's the brat talking about? Haku did tell me about... There was another one. Is he the one coming? Yes, it seems so. Ranmaru said that he's very strong. And Zabuza scoffed at that. He's just a brat like the Uchiha. He won't stand a chance. As he wondered about this guy, Haku was really putting him on a pedestal, saying that he was incredible. Not to mention could make a 20 feet wave. As Zabuza found that impossible for someone his age. Meanwhile, as Naruto hopped from tree branch to tree branch, sparks were literally coming from his body. Meanwhile, as Tsunami was watching, as Rukia was playing cards with Inari, and it seems like she was winning, judging from the smirk on her face, she was glad to see Inari open up, and making friends. She was so happy. As she made her way outside until 2 men appeared, as the clones in the trees, all 10 seen them. So the boss was right, they would come here. Before the clones could move though, Rukia rushed outside. Stay back, said Tsunami. The brats don't have to get hurt, as Inari came out as well. Just come with us. You two stay back, I'll go. It won't hurt you if I do. No, Mom. We won't let them take you, Inari said. As one of the thugs laughed. Little brat. Do you want to die? The man asked. If not, I suggest get the hell out of the way before you get hurt. The clones of Naruto could take them out in seconds, but they waited. As they watched the kids. I promised my father I would protect the both of them. And you won't touch them, said Rukia. As she cracked her neck. Before running forward. The bandit didn't pull his blade as he brought his fist down to knock her clean out. But to his surprise, she swept to the side and knocked his leg from underneath him. The man was taken off guard. She was about to lash out with her wooden blade, but he rolled off the way. You know, Brett, I wasn't going to hurt you too bad, but now I'm gonna kill you. As he ran towards her, he thrust out a punch as she moved. She then threw her blade and it hit him right in the eye. As she then moved behind his leg and kicked him in the back of the knee. As he fell, she then kicked him right in the throat. As she then pulled back her feet while he was on the ground, she stomped right in his most sensitive area. As the man's eyes went wide, she then picked up her blade and repeatedly hit him over the head. The second bandit pulled his blade. Time to die, brats, as he rushed forward. No, leave her alone, as Inari threw the kunai. The man had his eyes focused on Rukia. He was about to dodge. But stay away from them, Rukia said, as ice erupted from the ground and pierced right through the man's chest. As the kunai lodged into his back that Inari had thrown. As the man stood there, as he coughed up blood and fell, Rukia looked down to her hands. Did she do that? In her distraction, the bandit that she was hitting tried to grab her by the throat, but his hand was grabbed. Snap! As the clone broke his wrist before stomping his face, knocking him out clean. I killed him, Rukia said. It was me, said Inari. What have we? As Naruto went over and placed a hand on their heads as he stooped down. You protected someone that was precious to you. You remember what I told you to about the people that are precious to you, and that you must always do what you can for them. You too took care of a man that wanted to hurt the precious Nami over there. You two did nothing wrong. Inari, you saved your mother, and Rukia, you protected them because you know that this scum is just that scum. And you too protect someone that is precious. And I'm proud of you, said Naruto. You are? Said Rukia. After what I just did, you are? As he pulled them into a hug, Tsunami was shocked as she looked at Naruto, as he was able to get them calm so quickly, to make them understand that they fight for the ones that they love. Tsunami was a bit taken aback by everything, by him, how mature he was. Everything about him was just, as Naruto gave her a wink, and it made her blush. Meanwhile, back on the bridge, as Naruto was currently making his way as he received the memories of his clone, as it made him smile, he deactivated his resistance seals. The tree that he was on exploded because his chakra output just came out rapidly. A mistake on his part, as Naruto landed on his feet as he could feel a difference. As he shot straight up in the sky, his speed increasing so much as he went through hand sign. Wind style, great wind breakthrough. As Naruto cleared the bridge of all of the mists. As the Jonins were able to stick their feet to the ground with chakra. Damn, it's about time that you got here. We can use your help. Uncle yelled at him. It seems Zabuza has called for a backup. We can use your help here, said Kakashi. Thanks for getting rid of the mist, by the way, as he could now properly see. Sorry about that, said Naruto. But don't worry. As he rolled his neck, I'll take care of the rest from here. Kakashi, tell me what I'm dealing with here, said Naruto. Zabuza is an A-rank Misen from Kire, a master of the silent killing technique, and an ex-7 ninja swordsman. Reiga is also an ex-7 ninja swordsman with the twin Kiba blades. He is known for his immense light and affinity, and he can also predict our movements, but from what I've seen, there is something on his back that is helping him. Thank you, said Naruto. I'll handle these too. Go and check on Sasuke in the ice mirror, and Sakura and Tazuna moved them to a safe place. As the air became thick and heavy, as Naruto started to release his chakra. Hurry up, you two, said Naruto. I don't want you to be caught up in this. Kakashi looked towards Uncle as Uncle gave him a nod. The both of them moved back as Naruto landed on the bridge. As Naruto pulled out his blade, "Hey you two, let's hurry this up, shall we? I got a really hot milk waiting on me." As Naruto dropped into the moonlight sword style that he learned from Yujiro. Both swordsmen were surprised. "Huh, is this a joke?" said Zabuza. "A brat like you is not supposed to know something like that. It's a mockery is what it is," said Riga. "Pretend like you can wield that blade in the style that you're now in. You know nothing of the moonlight style, and I'll make sure you get a proper funeral for it." "Lightning shockwave!" Riga shouted. As Naruto saw the lightning bolt coming towards him, "Cute," he said. His hand started to cackle as Naruto smacked the lightning out of the way. Both men were taken aback. Zabuza, what the hell just happened? He hit it away," Zabuza said, confused. As Naruto raised his hand to the heavens, "Let me show you real lightning." "Lightning wave," said Naruto. The sky itself seemed to cackle. A bolt of lightning struck Naruto's hand as it fired in several directions, but they all came back. Riga was struck repeatedly. As the bolt of lightning was so fast and he could not smack it away, Riga dropped to the ground, steam leaving his body as he spat out blood, as he did not understand what the hell was going on. "Now that's how you do it," said Naruto. Riga spat. "I'll kill you, you brat," as he got to his feet. As he looked towards Zabuza, both of them moved. In a second, Zabuza's blade was inches away from Naruto's face. Riga was about to slice Naruto's bottom half off. As Naruto twists, as he went in between both of the blades, he sliced after Riga, who moved. As Naruto sliced the backpack on his back, revealing a boy with purple hair. He had red eyes that looked similar to the Byakugan, except the color being red. As Naruto jumped away, so he's the one telling you how to predict our attacks. "Ranmaru, you okay?" asked Riga. "Yes, I'm okay, Riga." "Hey kid, wanna come with me?" said Naruto. "There's a clan similar to you in the Leaf called the Hyuga. I think they can help you." "You're not taking him," said Riga. "And leave him with a bastard like you. A bloodthirsty killer that only talks about putting people in coffins and making them a funeral. What kind of person would I be to do that?" said Naruto. "Just try and you will." As Naruto flashed forward, Riga was taken aback when he saw Naruto behind him, electricity coursing off Naruto's feet, which he used to intensify his speed. As Naruto held Ranmaru in his hand, Riga was shocked. "How did you?" As Naruto threw him up in the air. Ranmaru screamed, but he was caught by Naruto flying clone. "You bastard! Zabuza, buy me some time. I'm going to erase this brat off the map." Riga aimed both of his swords to the sky as he started to gather a large quantity of lightning. Zabuza grinned at that. "Alright then, brat, I guess it's just me and you. Let's see how you fare." As he flashed forward, its blade clashed against Naruto. Zabuza decided to go into it full force, joining level, speed and strength at first. To his shock and absolute surprise, Naruto was adapting to his movements and keeping up with him. He go for a thrust as Naruto stabbed him in the stomach. After dodging his blade, but Zabuza burst in the water, Zabuza appeared behind Naruto. "And now you're dead," as he cleaned Naruto in half, only for Naruto's body to explode in lightning, temporarily paralyzing him. As the real Naruto sliced him across the chest, as he got movement in his body as he jumped away. "Damn, brat," he said. "Clever trick." As the both of them charged, Zabuza found himself being overwhelmed. As Naruto's speed seemed to increase, his hands were flowing with electricity, and he was getting faster. His muscles were bulging as the chakra was coursing through his skin, enhancing his muscle, enhancing his strength. The ground underneath him broke, as the chakra that he had was enormous. As Naruto sliced him right in the leg before slipping behind him and blocking the sword strike that aimed for his head, as Naruto came down and sliced him right across the back. As Naruto jumped back and diverted that strike that would have taken his head off. As Naruto twisted his leg, 17, Dance Twister. As he spun, it was nothing but blade as Zabuza got repeatedly slashed all over his body. As Naruto came out of his twister, "Come on, demons of the mist. I'm not done dancing yet," said Naruto. 18. Dancing twister, said Naruto. This time, electricity came out as Zabuza was hit repeatedly. Along with the strikes, Zabuza was forced down to his knees. As Naruto heard the sky scream, as Anko looked up in the sky, Kakashi looked up. What the hell? The place was saturated with so much chakra as Riga smirked. Damn it, Zabuza, you can't do anything right. You let that damn prick get the better of you. But it's over now. Because, brat, here is your end. I'm afraid there won't be anything left to give you a funeral for. Lightning release. Lightning of the heavens. As he brought his blade down, an intense surge of electricity came roaring down from the heavens. So much power it blinded everyone. But guys, be in subscribe right here. If you want to see the next person, do like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember to share to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also guys, remember to go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto Was a One of a Kind Prodigy over an Anime King 2, and enjoy that guys. And over an Anime King 3, I posted a brand new episode of What If Naruto Was the Perfect Experiment, so go ahead and enjoy that as well guys. And remember, if you're new, to go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Making family. And thank you for all for your help and support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying talking about to all of you. So yeah, for now, see you guys soon. Peace.